What if the room you're sleeping in tonight was never supposed to exist? What if hospitals, places built to save lives, had to seal off entire rooms because of what happened inside? Today, we're counting down 13 hospitals that permanently closed room 13. Real incidents, real decisions, real reasons they can never open those doors again. And number 1, the hospital tried to hide it for decades. I'm your host at Ominus, where medical mysteries meet unexplainable events. Let's begin. Number 13, Mercy General Hospital. Pittsburgh, 1987. Room 13, cardiac wing. Nothing unusual at first, then 3 patients in a row pass away in that exact room within the same month. Different ages, different conditions, all unexpected. Doctors can't explain it. Equipment checks out fine, oxygen levels normal, but the pattern is undeniable. Hospital administration orders the room emptied, sealed. They renumber the floor entirely. 12 jump straight to 14. No official statement, just a quiet renovation that erases room 13 from existence. Nurses still won't talk about it. They remember the cases, the monitors that showed stable readings, then suddenly didn't. 3 losses, no medical explanation. 1 room that now doesn't exist on any hospital map. Number 12, St. Catherine's Medical Center. Boston, 1993, pediatric ward. Room 13 houses a young patient recovering from routine surgery. Standard procedure, 0 complications expected. Then, early one morning, alarms sound. Medical team responds immediately. Despite their best efforts, the child doesn't make it. Investigation reveals nothing unusual in the medical records. But here's where it gets disturbing. Hospital files show that in the previous 5 years, several other young patients had unexpected outcomes in that same room. Different cases, same location. When families raise concerns, the hospital doesn't fight. They settle immediately, quietly. And room 13, converted into a storage closet. No patients, ever again. Number 11, Desert Valley Hospital. Nevada, 1999. Room 13, oncology floor. A nurse is doing rounds at 2 a.m. when she passes the room and hears sounds inside, clear, like voices. But room 13 is empty, being cleaned after a patient discharge. She opens the door, silence, nothing. She checks the bathroom, closet, under the bed, empty. This happens 3 more times over 2 weeks. Different nurses, same experience. Security reviews footage, nothing visible. But every nurse reports the same thing. It sounds like a conversation, like people discussing something urgent. Then one night, a staff member refuses to enter, says the atmosphere felt wrong. Hospital administration doesn't want rumors spreading. They close the room, officially for structural assessment. It's been 25 years. Assessment still isn't complete. You seeing a pattern here? Hit that subscribe button, because these hospitals definitely did. Number 10, Riverside Community Hospital. Oregon, 2003. Room 13 becomes a problem when equipment starts malfunctioning. IV pumps fail. Heart monitors shut off randomly. Call buttons stop working. Maintenance replaces everything twice. Same issues. Then a patient's oxygen line disconnects during the night. No explanation. Just comes unplugged. The patient recovers, thankfully. Hospital brings in electrical engineers. They find nothing wrong. Wiring is perfect. Circuits fine. But the malfunctions continue, only in room 13. Administration makes a decision. Why risk patient safety over one room? They gut it, remove every piece of equipment, turn it into an office space. Problem solved. Or hidden, depends how you look at it. Staff still avoid that office. Say their computers crash more than anywhere else in the building. Number 9, Memorial Hospital, Texas, 2006. Room 13, maternity ward. A delivery goes perfectly. Mother and baby both stable. Nurses leave them to rest. Hours later, the infant is found unresponsive. Medical team responds. Despite resuscitation efforts, they can't save the baby. Sudden infant death syndrome, the report states. Tragic, but it happens. Except this isn't the first unexpected infant loss in room 13. Hospital reviews all protocols, finds nothing wrong with procedures or equipment, but the coincidence is impossible to ignore. They stop assigning the room to maternity patients, eventually stop using it entirely. Parents don't know this history, but nurses do. They requested the change, refused to place newborns in that room, and administration listened. Number 8, Sacred Heart Hospital, Illinois, 2008, psychiatric wing. Room 13 houses a patient showing good progress, stable, responding to treatment, scheduled for discharge soon. Then, during a shift change, tragedy strikes. The patient is found deceased. Investigation reveals inadequate observation during the transition period. But here's the disturbing part. Room 13 had previous incidents. Same wing, different patients, years apart. Hospital installs cameras, increases supervision rounds, and implements new safety protocols. 3 months later, another crisis occurs. Patient survives, but barely. Hospital closes the room permanently, converts the space into a nurse's break area. Because even with every precaution, something about that room felt wrong. Too many tragedies in one location. Number 7, Lakeside Medical Center, Michigan, 2010. Room 13 sits empty for routine cleaning. Housekeeping staff member enters at 6 a.m. Within minutes, she exits quickly, visibly shaken. Says the temperature felt unnaturally cold. that she heard something she couldn't explain from the bathroom. Security checks. Nothing unusual found. Thermostat reads normal. Bathroom is empty. Hospital dismisses it initially, but 2 weeks later, a patient in room 13 requests transfer at 3 a.m., says she feels uncomfortable, can't sleep, senses something off. Nurses accommodate. Next patient, same request, different night, same unease. After the 4th transfer request, hospital administration does the math. It's cheaper to close one room than manage constant patient complaints. Room 13 becomes unavailable for occupancy. Officially, plumbing issues. Unofficially, something made patients consistently uncomfortable. Halfway through, drop a comment. Would you stay in room 13 if they offered you a discount? And smash that like button. Number 6, Coastal Regional Hospital, Florida, 2012. Room 13, Intensive Care Unit. A man is recovering from cardiac issues, stable condition, connected to monitors. Then at exactly 3:33 a.m., every machine in the room malfunctions simultaneously. Alarms blaring, screens displaying errors, equipment failing. Nurses rush in. The patient goes into cardiac arrest. They work to save him. Can't. IT department investigates, calls it an electrical anomaly, but only room 13 was affected. Rest of the ICU? Fine. And here's where it gets eerie. This is the 7th unexpected loss in that room in 5 years, all during early morning hours, all with equipment failures right before. Hospital quietly retires the room, tells families it's for renovation. That renovation has been ongoing for 12 years now. You can guess why. Number 5, Mountain View Hospital, Colorado, 2014. Room 13, empty, being prepped for a new patient. Nurse walks in and finds condensation on the window, shaped like letters from the inside. She wipes it away, thinks nothing of it. Next morning, it's back. Same formation, same window. This time security watches the footage overnight. Nobody enters the room. But at 4:47 a.m., the condensation appears, forming slowly. Hospital calls it a ventilation issue, a temperature differential, but they can't explain the footage completely. Patient scheduled for that room is moved. Hospital decides room 13 needs environmental assessment. That assessment determines the room should be permanently closed. No detailed reason given publicly. But staff knows some things can't be easily explained, and some signs shouldn't be ignored. Number 4, Unity Hospital, California, 2015. Room 13, surgery recovery. A woman wakes up from anesthesia extremely distressed, says she saw someone standing over her, someone who shouldn't have been there. Nurses calm her down, explain post-anesthesia confusion. Hallucinations are common, except 3 other patients report similar experiences. Same type of description, same sense of presence, always the same location in the room. Hospital digs into history. Turns out 50 years ago, a medical professional passed away suddenly in the original room 13 during a procedure. Heart attack, patient survived. He didn't. Records were digitized and the connection was never made until now. Hospital doesn't take chances. They close room 13, offer patients counseling for distress, and handle concerns quietly. That doctor's photo hangs in the hospital's history wing. Staff acknowledge the coincidence made them uncomfortable. Number 3, Evergreen Hospital, Washington, 2017. Room 13, post-op recovery. Patient is resting alone, suddenly calls for help, clearly frightened. Nurses arrive to find unexplained marks on his arms, fresh. He insists he didn't do it himself, that something felt wrong in the room. Nurses document the incident. He's transferred immediately. Next patient. Similar complaint. Marks appear. Different location this time. Security installs a camera. 2 nights later, another patient wakes with marks. Footage reviewed. She's alone the entire time. But the injuries appear. Medical team can't explain it. Dermatology consults find nothing. Hospital removes the camera, closes the room, calls it a safety concern, settles with all 3 patients confidentially. The footage? Archived and restricted. Staff who reviewed it requested not to discuss it. They couldn't explain what they documented. Number 2, Northern State Hospital, Minnesota, 2019. Room 13, cardiology floor. An elderly man is admitted for monitoring. Stable. Visiting with family. They leave at 9 p.m., visiting hours over. At 11:34 p.m., his monitor alarms. Nurses rush in. He's gone. Medical report shows cardiac event. But his expression disturbs the attending physician. Noted in the file, unusual presentation. 3 weeks later, another patient. Same room, same outcome. Sudden cardiac arrest. This time, a younger man, lower risk profile. Hospital closes room 13 immediately, no debate. Families are told medical complications. Staff is told liability management. But the nurses who responded, they requested counseling, and they refused to work that section of the floor now. Something about the atmosphere in that room. The heaviness, the sense that something was very wrong there. Number 1, St. Michael's Hospital, New York, 1978. This one they tried to bury. Room 13, psychiatric ward. A patient under close observation becomes agitated. Medical team responds. He's given medication. Placed back in room 13 with enhanced monitoring. Hours later, he's found deceased. Severe injuries, but he was supposedly alone. Secured room, door locked from outside. Hospital investigation concludes self-harm despite the circumstances. Closes the case quickly. But one staff member doesn't accept it. She reviews old records, finds files from 1932. A violent incident occurred in that same room, one patient severely harming another. The attacker was found standing there, unresponsive. Hospital administration shuts down her inquiry, threatens disciplinary action if she continues. She resigns. Room 13 is quietly closed. Officially, structural issues. Unofficially, staff reported hearing disturbances from inside for years after, even though it was empty, sealed. In 2003, during renovations, they opened it briefly, found damage to the walls. Extensive, unexplained. The room was sealed again, permanently. Hospital denies it ever existed. Floor plans were redrawn. 12 jumps to 14, but former staff know, and some patterns are too disturbing to ignore. So there you have it. 13 rooms that hospitals decided were too problematic, too controversial, or too unexplainable to ever use again. From mysterious equipment failures to incidents that defied medical explanation, these stories remind us that some places develop reputations for reasons we can't always understand. And when trained medical professionals, people who've seen it all, make the decision to permanently close a room, that tells you something. These weren't hasty choices. They were calculated decisions made by administrators who weighed the risks, reviewed the data, and concluded that some doors are better left sealed. Which story disturbed you the most? Was it the maternity ward where nurses refused to place newborns? The ICU where equipment failed at exactly 3:33 a.m. 7 times? Or the psychiatric ward they literally welded shut and erased from the floor plans? Drop your thoughts below. I genuinely want to know what resonates with you. And if you've ever been in a hospital and noticed the room numbers jump from 12 to 14, well, now you know why. And hey, if you're into stories like this, the eerie, the unexplained, the things that make you question what you thought you knew, subscribe to Ominus. We drop new videos every 3 days. Dark mysteries, chilling incidents, true events that defy easy explanation. You don't want to miss what's coming. Hit that bell icon so you're here when we drop the next one. Speaking of which, next time we're diving into 13 athletes who wore jersey number 13 and died during their career. Champions at the absolute peak of their game. Professional athletes in prime physical condition. Sudden tragedy. And a number that keeps appearing in the most disturbing pattern in sports history. Is it coincidence, superstition, or something else entirely? It's dropping soon, and trust me, you'll want to be here for it. The athletic world doesn't like talking about this one, but we will. Thanks for watching. Stay curious, stay skeptical. And if you ever end up in a hospital, maybe ask what room number they're putting you in. Check the floor plan. See if the numbers skip from 12 to 14. Because now you know, some rooms aren't just unavailable for maintenance. Some rooms are unavailable forever, and there's always a reason. I'm out.